Welcome to the Grow Daily podcast. This is your host Piyush Agarwal, and you are listening to the 28th episode of this series. This is an everyday podcast. I have had some hits and misses here and there, but otherwise, I have been able to generate a brand new episode every single day just to help you grow your business consistently. The goal of this podcast is to help businesses and solopreneurs get a hang of their business and make sure that they are following the practices that will help them grow their business consistently. And this is the fifth episode of our Get Started with Email Marketing series. It was supposed to be a 5-part series, and we have already completed the 4 more important aspects that will help you get started with your email marketing. Today is actually a step above. We are going to talk about things that you need to do after you have had a few subscribers, after you have sent a few more emails out, and you need to now ensure that your subscribers are happy. So in the past few episodes, we have already covered how you can get started with a mail client, how you can get subscribers, and how to design the perfect mailer. We also spoke about how can you measure your email performance on a regular basis. But today, we are going to talk about how you can optimize and maintain a healthy email list. Now, some of you may be wondering, what does a healthy email list really mean? Now, email lists like our phone book can go stale. It may end up with data which is no longer valid. There may be email addresses there that are bouncing. There may be people in there who are not opening your emails at all. So, you need to make sure that you have the most engaged email list and not the largest email list. It doesn't really matter if you have 10,000 folks in your email list, but only 10 of them open your emails, right? Or most of them are bouncing. So you need to make sure that your email list at all times is a healthy one, is one that is filled with people who want your email, who would love to hear from you. So let's get started. The first thing that you need to do is you need to ensure that your email subscribers really want your email. You need to go back to your metrics and check what your bounce rate is like, what's your open rate is like. How many people have not opened your emails for the last 6 months? Narrow them down and try to figure out why they are not reading your emails. Have they lost interest? Are your emails landing in their spam or other folders? Are your emails not of relevance to them any longer? You need to reach out to maybe some of the subscribers and find out if your emails are still something that they look forward to or not. If not, find out why. It's very important that you know whether your email subscribers are looking forward to your emails or not. Because if they are not, then you are not doing a great job in maintaining an engaged email list. You are not doing a great job in maintaining a community. The emails that you have been sending, review them to understand what are the kind of call to actions that you have been asking people to take. How frequently you have been sending them emails. Is it too much or is it too less? Either can be a problem. Too much can seem like you are spamming them. Too less may just wipe out their memory and they will forget all about you. So you need to optimize the frequency of how you're sending your emails, what's the content of your email, and whether you're providing enough value to your users or not. Go back to episode number 26 and figure out whether your emails have been qualifying to the criteria I have spoken about in that episode. It's important that you're crafting relevant emails for your subscribers in a way that they can get connected and feel excited about your emails. So, once again, find out whether your email subscribers want your email or not. And that will help you optimize your overall email campaign. You can also just send out a different kind of an email than the one that you usually send and see what happens to the open rate. Does the open rate change a lot? Experiments like these will also help you understand your email subscribers better and what works for them and what does not. Now, let's move to the next important aspect of maintaining a healthy email list. It's called list hygiene. Yes, that's a term. So list hygiene is about making sure that your list is hygienic, is healthy. You need to verify your subscriber list and find out, are there any subscribers who have changed their emails, whose emails have been bouncing, and I'm talking about hard bounce, where email IDs don't exist anymore. So find them if they have been bouncing for quite a while and make sure that you manually remove all of those email IDs. You also need to find out if there are email IDs which are aliases like contact@something or abuse@something. Most likely these email IDs did not subscribe to your email list on their own and most likely they are not reading the emails that are being received. So make sure you remove them as well. Ensuring that you have a high deliverability for your emails will make sure that the email clients treat your email ID well, that your IP does not get blacklisted, and your emails never land in spam. So it's really important to make sure that all your emails are getting delivered and none of them are getting bounced or ending up in IDs which do not accept emails. Now, once you have made sure that you have cleaned up your list, you need to go back and find the dead. Wake them up. What does that mean? You need to find everyone who is not reading your mails, who has not opened your mails in a long while. Let's say 6 months is the ideal duration. So we will go back and check how many people have not opened a single email in the last 6 months. Now, we will create a segment of these set of people so that we can take appropriate actions for them. And then we need to create specific campaigns for only these set of people to make sure that we can wake them up and get them back to engaging with our emails. So one of the ways that you can do this is by creating a re-engagement mail campaign. In MailChimp, this is quite simple to do. So you can find everyone who has gone dead, who is not responding to your emails, and send them a specific mailer that basically will ask them if they are still interested in receiving communication from you. Try to keep the re-engagement mailer light and funny. Humor always works. Also, it will stand out of all the mailers that they receive on a regular basis. For example, one of the email subjects can be, "We are sorry that you have been missing out on all the amazing offers." That should be good enough to grab attention of your subscriber and have them click the email. The moment they click the email, you know that you have engaged with the subscriber and you can actually be sending them emails in the way that they would like to engage. So wake up your subscribers from the dead and ensure that you can still continue to send them emails and grow them. Another feature provided by MailChimp and a lot of other email marketing tools is called segmentation, which basically allows you to create different segments based on what your email subscriber list is all about. So you still have one big email subscriber list, but you can create multiple segments out of it to ensure that you are trying to send emails that is more relevant to that segment. The segment can be based on age groups, it can be based on their open rate, it can be based on how old they have been a subscriber to your list, and many other things. But basically, by designing emails that is relevant to a particular segment, you are increasing your chances of people engaging with your email. You will end up with a higher open rate. Of course, this does mean that you will end up doing a little more work than you would have if you were just sending one emailer to the whole email list. But at least this way, sometimes you can send emails that are relevant to only a specific group and make sure that it converts better. So these were some of the tips and tricks that I had up my sleeve to help you optimize your email list, to make sure that you can increase engagement and deliver value to your subscribers. Remember, deliver value to ensure stickiness. Your subscribers will always open your email if there is content that excites them. So think about what your subscribers would like to read about rather than thinking what would be good for your business. With that, we have come to an end of this episode and this series. I hope you enjoyed this 5-part series on how you can get started with email marketing. I also hope that you could find a lot of actionable tips that you applied in your business and you are ready to see the impact of it soon. I will create one more follow-up episode later on to try to see how did we do on these aspects. If you have particular tips, if you would like to know how your email list is going, do let me know. If you have specific questions around maintaining your email list or growing them, feel free to drop me an email as well. My email ID is hello@piyushagarwal.com. Please do subscribe to this podcast to make sure that you are always notified of a brand new episode. I publish actionable episodes every single day for you to hear and go back and apply in your business. With that, I would like to say goodbye. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for listening. And thank you for being there as an audience of this podcast. You have been listening to Grow Daily Podcast, and I'm your host, Piyush Agarwal.